Hey everyone, welcome to Paddock Chatter presented by the National Guard. I'm Greg White with Jake Gagne, the MotoGP Red Bull Rookies Cup competitor. And Jake, you had a really big weekend over the weekend, didn't you?
Yeah, had an awesome weekend over in Germany. Started off really good and got pole position, and boy, it was a doubleheader and ended up winning them both. So everything just clicked there, and it went really good.
That's awesome, man. Congratulations. Now, before we get into the race and what happened, tell us a little bit more about yourself and where you're from, how old you are, and how long you've been racing.
I'm Jake Gagne. I'm 16 years old, and started out racing motocross when I was about 6 or 7, and I did that until about 2008 in the Red Bull Rookies Cup, and I went to the tryouts and never ridden a road race bike before, and did that, and I just had a blast right off the bat, and then yeah, I ended up getting selected. And just kind of dropped motocross for that year and just tried out the Rookies Cup and the whole road racing thing, and I ended up just loving it, and it worked out really good, and then progressed from there, and I got a couple wins, I think 2 wins in the 2008 series, and finished 4th or something in the points, and then ended up canceling it, which was a bummer, but it ended up working out really good for me and a couple other of the American guys, and we ended up going over to the MotoGP Rookies Cup, and so I've done that last year, and I'm about halfway through the year now this year, and it's going good.
Yeah, tell me about the season so far this year.
It started off not too good. I was struggling a little bit. Well, the first test in Spain had a pretty bad crash. It wasn't too bad, but got my foot caught in the rear wheel and messed it up pretty bad, and it was swollen. It wasn't broken, fortunately, but just swollen too bad. I couldn't finish out the 3-day test, so I didn't get too much time on the bike. And then at Jerez, just kind of came in there blind and had to figure out me and figure out the 125 and the bike again because I didn't have too much time, and ended up getting a 5th and 6th there, which it was all right considering I was still in some pain with the foot because we didn't have too much time and it was still pretty swollen up and stuff. But yeah, then went on to Mugello after that, and just things didn't go too good. I did the Infinity and AMA race before that, which was a terrible weekend for me. It was not good, and then just getting back on the 125 at Mugello, I was just struggling, and ended up finishing 8th in the race, which was definitely not what I was looking for. And then going into Assen, I just decided I need to turn things around, just go for it, because I couldn't be finishing back outside the top 5 anymore, and qualified on the 2nd row, which is pretty good. And Assen's one of my favorite tracks. I got my first podium there last year, so really was looking forward to that one, and ended up winning the first race and getting a 4th in the 2nd race. So that was good. It definitely turned my year around. And then this last weekend in Germany, just everything clicked right off the back. Another track that I enjoy a lot. It's a really fun track, and got pole and won both races. So I can't complain. It's going good now, and I'm leading the points now by, I think, 15 or so points with 3 races left. So we'll see what we can do.
Yeah, I mean, so you're leading the points. So, what's the chatter about the MotoGP Red Bull Rookies Cup over there in the MotoGP paddock in Europe? I mean, are people paying attention to it and the riders that are racing in it?
Yeah, I think all the teams they're all pretty interested. All the 125 teams and everything, they all want to line up to watch it because, like you've probably seen, they're pretty exciting. They get pretty crazy, so it's a fun thing to do. And yeah, a lot of our rider coaches talk to some of the teams over there, and they love watching it. And some of the just seeing some guys that could be in the future, be in the world championship. So it's a really good stepping program, and it's what got me started. And everybody's really interested in it, and it's getting better and better every year. We're going a lot faster than we did last year already, and it's been getting better and better.
What about some of the friendships you've been able to make over in Europe? Do you get to talk to any of the American guys, or there's some other riders that you've been able to make friends with?
Yeah, I mean, we can talk to some of the MotoGP guys. I've talked to Nicky a little bit, but all those guys, they're pretty busy all the time, so they don't have too much time. And see, we're always when they're off track, we're on track, so it's a little difficult sometimes. But yeah. And then just there's a lot of cool kids in the Rookies Cup that I race against that we can hang out and talk off the track, but when we're on the track we're racing hard. But yeah, it's fun. It's a fun experience to be out there, and a lot of cool people.
So what do you think about Laguna coming up here in a couple of days? What are your predictions?
I'm not sure. I'm not racing it anymore. I was planning on doing Super Sport, but ended up not. We can't do it this week, but I'm gonna head up there and watch, and it's going to be an exciting weekend. Get to watch the MotoGP guys. Hopefully hopefully get the Americans, Ben and Nikki and Colin. Hopefully they can get up there and shuffle up there with Lorenzo and Rossi and all those guys. So I think it's gonna be a really exciting weekend.
Now, how do people, if they're interested in following like what you're doing over in Europe, how is that possible? Is there some way on the internet that we can follow you?
Yeah, always the Red Bull Rookies Cup race, RedBullRookiesCup.com. You can watch the races live on there, and all the basic info. We write blogs on that site, and just pretty much everything you need to know about the Rookies Cup. And then also, I mean, I have a Facebook, I have a Twitter. Try to do that whenever I can, and then yeah. So there's plenty of ways to keep updated with how it's going.
What would winning this championship mean for you at this point, at 16 years old? What do you think?
It would mean a lot to me. It'd definitely be a big accomplishment, and that was my goal at the beginning of the year, and it wasn't looking too good earlier, but now it's definitely on the up, and everything's looking a little better. So hopefully I can pull it together, and I think it'd just be good to have that on the resume, and just see what we can pull together for next year and see how it works out. But that's the goal. So hopefully we can make it happen.
All right. Well, Jake, certainly appreciate you taking the time to talk with me here on Paddock Chatter, and good luck the rest of the season. We'll definitely be keeping an eye out for you. And hey, everyone who's watching, if you see Jake trolling around the paddock at Laguna Seca this weekend, make sure you stop and say, hey, good job, man, because double win at Saxon Ring was awesome.
Yeah, it was really awesome.
That's great, man. So thanks a lot. I appreciate your time.
Yeah, see everyone up there.
All right, see ya.
Later.
Later.